How is Anderson going to get Tyrus inside of that cage?
It's like Jurassic Park and putting the T-Rex back in.
Guess we'll find out when Anderson and EC3 go one-on-one next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Tyrus, Ethan Carter III. EC3.
One of my favorite things about being a part of Impact Wrestling is I get to say what I want, say things that I feel. And I feel that this man should be world champion. He's never been beaten. He's beaten TNA Hall of Famers. It's been, what, 570-something days since EC3 burst onto the scene? The man's never lost, Al.
I can't deny that, Josh. I don't know, though, if he deserves, as you say, to be a champion. I think he deserves his shot at being a champion, but I don't think he necessarily deserves to be a champion.
And when he gets that shot, when he gets that opportunity, he's going to capitalize, and he will be TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Wow. Like Ethan much?
I do. I think he's the future of our company.
Despite all his rage, Tyrus will not be a rat in that cage.
Nice ball.
Hashtag EC3 for champ.
Little tweet there. You like Twitter?
He does it all. He's doing social media in the ring. He's got a big campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hail from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr. Anderson. Anderson!
It was a few weeks ago that Mr. Anderson and EC3 went one-on-one. The fans were allowed to pick the stipulation for the match. They chose what Anderson wanted. False count anywhere, and EC3 was still able to pick up the victory thanks to the assist by Tyrus.
Yes, and maybe Anderson should have asked for this stipulation first. Whoa! Which was to put Tyrus in the cage.
How are you going to get the over 300-pound big man, the bodyguard, the heavy, Tyrus, in that cage?
I think he went on a diet over 300. I think he's more over 4 bills.
I'm with you on that. Big man, Tyrus.
And he's not going to go willingly into that cage.
All Anderson wants, and I give Mr. Anderson credit for this, is a fair one-on-one match with EC3.
Ethan Carter seems a little disconcerted, though. He knows that if Tyrus goes in that cage, he loses a big, big advantage. And I don't mean just physically, Josh. I mean also mentally and psychologically.
And Anderson quickly going after Tyrus.
There you go.
To see if he can get Tyrus locked inside the cage.
Smart move. Get the big man in there. Take him out. Eliminate one of the factors of the match.
Oh.
Yeah, Ethan Carter's not going to just stand around with his hands in his pocket.
And EC3 now using that cage that was built by Mr. Anderson to his advantage.
Ethan Carter's got all the tools.
EC3 cover, hooks the leg, and Anderson kicks out at 2.
As that you so willingly pointed out at the beginning of the match when Ethan was coming out, he has all the tools. He has all the skill. Why does he need Tyrus?
EC3 is a thoroughbred. EC3 is a blue chip athlete.
Well, if he's a thoroughbred, he's a blue chip athlete. Why does he need Tyrus?
Because Tyrus is employed by the Carter family to make sure that there's no shenanigans when EC3 is competing.
But that's all that happens are shenanigans when EC3 is competing because of Tyrus.
I disagree.
Tyrus is not anything more than an insurance policy, and a high-priced one at that, by the Carter family to ensure that Ethan Carter wins.
You better watch what you say, or there's going to be bad blood between you and the Carter family. Speaking of blood, watch an all-new episode of Hillbilly Blood tomorrow night. Hold on, covered by EC3. All-new episode of Hillbilly Blood tomorrow, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, right here on Destination America. Then check out all-new episode of the hit show Barbecue Pitmasters next Thursday at 9/8 Central. And we'll be on next Wednesday at 9/8 Central. I'm losing my voice, I'm so excited.
Hey, I just got to mention, so that I don't get myself into any hot water, I'm just stating the obvious, Josh, and I think it's a smart move by the Carters.
Hold on, cover, inside leg is hooked, and a kick out of 2 by
I don't want
Anderson.
Janice hot at me.
No, see, that's your problem. You're afraid of Dixie, and you don't want to say anything.
I'm not afraid of Dixie.
You're afraid of the Carter family.
I'll fight Dixie right now. I'll take her outside. We'll throw hands right now. We'll dig a ditch, covered in gun grease, see who's the real man.
I have been a supporter of EC3 since my first day in Impact Wrestling.
Josh, I'm not.
See that sign up there? That EC3 sign? I had that created.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
EC3 and Anderson.
Look, there's the insurance policy. And didn't even need it because Ethan Carter was on the up anyway.
Cover, kick out of 2.
But I guess that's okay.
EC3 was training so hard for what he thought was going to be an arm wrestling contest a few weeks ago between himself and Mr. Anderson. You see the heavy bruise there. That's from all the arm wrestling that EC3 was doing. This man trains 24/7.
Ethan Carter just launched by Anderson straight into the face of Tyrus. And can Anderson capitalize now?
Can Anderson use the window of opportunity to lock Tyrus inside the cage?
Get him in the cage.
Tyrus trying to fight off Anderson.
Get a tranquilizer dart. That's what they usually do with most grizzly bears.
Throw a raw steak inside the cage and see if Tyrus will take the bait.
Just slammed the chair into his hands. Gutted him.
And Anderson steel chair to the back.
Tyrus now seeking safety into the cage mistakenly. He's got to get it locked.
Well, smart tactics being employed here by Mr. Anderson.
Yep, there goes the insurance policy. And now Ethan Carter has to handle Mr. Anderson totally 100% on his own, Josh.
It's a game changer for sure.
Why is it a game changer, Josh? He's got all the skills. He's got all the talent. He's got all the ability. He doesn't need Tyrus.
You didn't let me finish my thought. It's a game changer, but if anyone can adapt, it's EC3.
It doesn't look like he's adapting too well right now.
Mr. Anderson building momentum here, trying to get the best of EC3.
And it looks like Anderson has got Ethan's number. If nothing else, he's thrown Ethan off of his game by putting Tyrus in that cage.
EC3 with the
ripping and tearing at the eyes of Anderson.
Anything that EC3 can do to avoid the offense of Mr. Anderson. EC3 down and pops free at 2. Does the streak end tonight? Will EC3 be beaten for the first time in his career?
Backdrop.
Anderson's
got him again.
Lateral press. EC3 kicked out at 1.
And you know what? You have to admit that Ethan Carter has got some determination. He's got some heart. Anderson's trying to put him away, and he's not just laying down.
I won't just admit it. I'll champion that. I've been saying that about EC3 for months.
Champion that. Wow, Anderson. Hope he's already had his kids.
Anderson in a bad way right now. Can EC3 capitalize? Can EC3 take advantage?
Got
Can
Anderson
EC3 defeat Mr. Anderson? Into the cover here.
Over.
Anderson down and Anderson kicked out.
Ethan Carter needed to hook the leg a little tighter on that one.
You think if EC3 got a tighter cover there that he would have picked up the victory?
Well, clearly that was my thought. That's why I said he should hook the leg a little tighter.
EC3 livid right now, trying to put away Mr. Anderson.
And looks like Ethan Carter sizing him up. An ode to the Stinger.
Oh, that's not an ode. This move belongs to EC3 now.
You mean it belongs to EC3 now?
EC3 defeated the TNA Hall of Famer. He defeated Sting, looking for the 1%er here on Anderson.
Whoa, and Anderson with a beautiful counter.
The roll through. And Anderson.
Out. What's Anderson going to do?
Anderson was thinking high risk earlier. It cost him. Swanton off the top rope. Anderson's going to do the impossible. Anderson's going to beat EC3 and kicks out at 2.
Incredible that Ethan Carter was still able to kick out. Again, you have to, it earns respect. You have to respect Ethan Carter for keeping going.
And Anderson looking for the mic check here, trying to put away EC3. What a night it's been here at May Mayhem on Destination America.
I'm hooked again.
And the mic check.
That's it.
No way.
End of the streak.
Anderson is going to beat EC3.
Oh, no.
EC3 kicked out at 2.
What? Ethan Carter just kicked out of the mic check.
EC3 is still undefeated.
And look at Anderson's face. What's that got to do to you, Josh, mentally? You just threw your knockout punch and your opponent stood up.
We'll see what it does.
Not literally, he kicked out. Figuratively, he stood up.
We'll see what it does to the emotion of Mr. Anderson.
Sizing up Ethan Carter.
Anderson got what he wanted. A fair one-on-one match with EC3. Looking for a mic check again. EC3 counters. 1%er. EC3
He's got him hooked deep.
Cover, and Ethan Carter III has never been beaten.
Your winner, Ethan Carter III. EC3.
The streak continues, Josh.
If EC3 is not number 1 on the Impact Top 5 after this, there's a conspiracy.
And he did it on his own. Insurance policy taken away. Anderson had him one-on-one.
Take a look here as Anderson was looking for a second mic check. EC3 turns it around, hits the 1%er, and EC3 has never been pinned, has never submitted, is undefeated, is unbeaten. EC3 victorious.
Wow. And no matter what Anderson threw at Ethan Carter persevered and continued until he got the win. Yeah, as much as I dislike some of his tactics, you have to respect it.
I think that's what Anderson is saying there. Look, I wanted one-on-one, I got one-on-one.
And being a man, Anderson is showing respect. And Ethan Carter has earned it.
Well, this is what our sport is built on.
Oh, no. And that's what I'm talking about. That kind of attitude.
Why should he shake this hand? Why does EC3 have to shake Anderson's hand?
Because, Josh, Anderson's not making excuses. He admitted Ethan was the better man.
EC3 was the better man tonight. Who will be the better man in our main event? It's an I Quit match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Two arch rivals go one-on-one. Angle, Young, I Quit next.
Awe-inspiring. All-powerful.
Khan is just taking out the Knockouts roster.
Audacious. Who's gonna stop Awesome Kong? Catch an all-new episode of TNA Impact Wrestling, Wednesday at 9, exclusively on Destination America.
Spud, congratulations on winning the championship. Is the second time just as sweet as the first?
Absolutely. Like, you know, everyone could have said, the first time you won it was a fluke. It was in London, England. It was in Wembley Arena. It was from my home countrymen. It was a fluke. Maybe it was the patriotism that got to me. They said it was a fluke. Now, I've cemented myself as a two-time X Division champion. That makes me one of the best. All the best that I reeled off. Joe, Daniels, AJ, Aries, Jerry Lynn, all of them. I solidified myself and I beat the best. I beat you, Kenny King, and now I'm the X Division champion for the second time. Me, Rockstar Spud. I'm just so happy.
Destination X is right around the corner, and you're gonna have a big decision to make soon. Option C.
You know, with all the focus on getting this championship back, I didn't even think about how close option C was. Destination X.